Carter family, Carter gang, back in the building with another one. And we touching on this Big U case, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy right now with this case. We got Wack and 600 exposing Luce. And 600 say Luce been working since 2007. Right? He said Luce been working since 2007. I'ma get into that. Second is that just dropped. 600 was going live. He said the paperwork show Luce Cannon them is released. Everybody got released except Big U. Now I'm gonna show y'all this video, man. Of the 600 said everybody got released first. Then I'm gonna show y'all the video of him saying Luce Cannon been working since 2007. And then I'm gonna show y'all what Wack was talking about when he was saying about the body that he feel like Luce Cannon is gonna put on Big U. And then in that video, Wack say the feds ain't gonna kick you out and let you free when you got denied bond unless you giving them a body. So if all these people is out except Big U, they giving up either corroboration to stuff that the police already know this need to corroborate, or straight bodies. So they might let you go if you like, yeah, Big U extorted this person and beat up. You know what I'm saying? If you basically telling, right? And then if you got a body, you definitely get out. So let's watch these videos, man. This is crazy. Check it out.
See if I could put this up here. So this is what's going on with Big U's court stuff. All right. Stipulation and joint requests for a protective order regarding discovery containing personal identifying information, medical information, private act information, and cooperating witness information. My bad. So y'all know what that means? Can't even get the discovery because it's a cooperating witness information in there. Now let me show y'all something else. Y'all see what Wack posted earlier? Hold on. My bad. I got a lot going on. What's up with the flooring stuff? What's happening with it, bro? Y'all see what Wack posted earlier? Let me show you something. Hold on. So if you see what Wack posted, right? Everybody go to the 100 show. Everybody go follow Wack. That's his real page. Okay. So they got Luce Cannon's case on here from 2007. You know what the case status is from a filing date from a case from 2007? Pending adjudication. Do you know what any of that stuff means? Dude been working since he took that case, man. So as soon as he got out, I think he did like a couple of years on that case. You know, we have reason to believe that he's been working ever since then. And it makes sense because it's like how this dude just came out of nowhere. You feel me? Saying like, wait, I never seen dude before in my life, bro. I ain't never met him, you know what I'm saying? He's saying he's from my neighborhood, but I never met dude, right? And it's like for him to be so comfortable, just beefing with everybody, talking all this stuff, doing all this weird stuff. And it's like, it's just crazy, bro. But like I said, I ain't never entertained nothing illegal with that dude. I ain't never done anything illegal with that dude. So I ain't really got nothing to worry about.
Now, I looked it up. Pending adjudication means basically, well, let's read it. Let me put it up on the screen. A pending adjudication in a criminal case means the case is still being reviewed by the court and the final decision, guilty or not guilty, hasn't been reached. While a case can remain pending for a significant amount of time, there are legal deadlines and procedure in place to ensure a timely resolution. Now, this what got me start believing he working, because if you caught a case in 2007 and it's 2025, 18 years is not a timely resolution. So say for instance, if you caught that case and you wasn't able to bail out, that means you'll be sitting in jail for 18 years, right? And then 18 years, that's like, no, like the court gonna come to a decision before 18 years. So if that case is pending, it's like, we're not going to charge you with this long as you're working, right? So it do look like he made a deal to work with that case, because why wouldn't the court, why has it taken the court 18 years to make a decision? Damn, Luce, sweetie, what happened, man? Damn. Then now I'm finna play this video in Whack 100, and I say this is Whack 100 and 600, they working together, right? And they even said, I called 600 and 600. Oh, you seen Whack post? They in conjunction. So just the other day, the Adam and Whack show, Whack 100 was playing. Whack 100 was saying how when Luce Cannon got out of jail, when he went to jail, the suspicious activity, right? So he said Luce Cannon got arrested on an LA-based case, but apparently he got sent to San Diego. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking like if they need him to snitch, they don't need him to go all the way to San Diego. But anyways, Luce got released way in San Diego. He took a ride. If he got arrested in LA, in San Diego, he took a ride. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, is he took a damn ride. 2 hours too, right? So they say when Luce get out, Luce Cannon say, Big U trying to put a dispensary unaliving on me, right? And then Whack 100 goes to say that Luce Cannon said he about to get out soon, even though the judge denied the bail, which don't make sense. And as Whack point out in this video I'm about to show y'all, it's about a 10-minute clip. So if y'all don't want to watch the whole thing, I'm just giving y'all a brief summary. Fast forward through it if y'all want to get every single detail he give. It's a very detailed situation on when Luce Cannon first got arrested and the funny shit that was going on and the funny things that he was saying, right? So I'm just giving y'all the summary. So he was saying, you know, he got took all the way to San Diego, which didn't make sense. He got out saying Big Useless trying to pin an unaliving on him. Then after he locked up for this and in jail, right, he gonna say, oh, he about to get out after the judge that denied his bail. He's so sure he's about to get out. And Whack 100 point out, well, the feds only let you out of charges like this in situations like this and release you on bond on situations like this if you give them a body, if you are working, right? So check out this video of Whack. He gonna break it down in detail. It's about a 10-minute clip. You want all the details, watch it. If not, fast forward this thing a couple minutes, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be back on how I'm looking at things.
Which me and 600 didn't believe, because when we called his significant other, or she told us, I'm like, all right, what's his information? So she gives us the information. So I had a team go search to see where he at. We thinking he got a bail. We don't know. Allegedly, it's the feds. We have no idea. She just said they pulled up in the gas station, they raided, snatched him, searched the car, tore the car up, and boom, right? So I'm like, damn, we can't find him nowhere. I wait an hour or two. Can't find him. 600 said, man, give me that information. Let me send it to his brother. His brother was out. 600 know his brother. I ain't never met his brother. He said, hey, bro, is this Luce real information? He says, hell no. That ain't his real date of birth. That ain't how he spelled his name. And that's not his ID number. His brother knows Luce's ID number by heart. So he gives us all the real shit. We run it. Still nothing come up. Now, this happens a day before Sabina's supposed to close out. It's like one of the earlier times it started happening before I caught on. Next morning, we get a call, right? She's allegedly driving back to Vegas, whatever. We get a call at 9 o'clock the next morning. They just let Luce out. He's out. I said, where he at? San Diego. I said, San Diego? I thought the nigga got arrested in LA. Yeah, the feds took him to San Diego. Right? I said, all right, but shit, I'm gonna send him a black car. She said, no, his partner gonna drive from Riverside to come get him. I said, that don't make sense. That's 100-yard run to come down and go up. He can already be up, right? He said, no. He said his homies is already on the way. I don't think nothing of it. I'm telling myself, check the system. So we go check San Diego, right? Nothing's there. So now let's fast forward to now. Everybody arrested. When he gets on the phone with me, he tells me it's about a dispensary. Big U telling. That's what he tell me. I said, dispensary, Big U telling. He like, yeah, man, some shit happened at the dispensary. Big U telling, we mentioned Monster. At the time, I'm not putting Monster together with Dale, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We get to October. He calls me on the phone with Dale. Him and Dale's talking. He trying to get Dale to say Big U told on him. Dale say, at the time, we don't know that Dale was victim. What Dale wired, we don't know.
Right.
And what's crazy, them phone calls, I'm pretty sure they got because Dale's on his phone. Luce say, Whack, get the content. I'm just listening. So they talking about the whole ordeal. So I'm like, I'm listening. Boom. March comes. This is when the shit gets weird. If the feds pick you up in Los Angeles, they not gonna drive you to motherfucking San Diego to talk about a case.
Over 2 hours.
To talk about a case, 140 miles. To talk about a case that's obviously LA based. Why?
Yeah.
Because everybody that got picked up in March went to MDC LA. Nobody went to San Diego.
Right.
So now I'm sitting back and I'm saying, what? We couldn't find you nowhere in the system. I heard you on the phone with this dude talking freely about all kind of shit. And I'm thinking, now that we looking at the paperwork, the police really got it. They got everything because what y'all was talking about on that phone is everything. And if Dale was still wired giving Big U.
Where are the pull-ups?
I'll take care of it if you do bedtime. Ordering with Uber Eats is no longer just about food and meals. It's so simple to order.
Federal extortion money, then his phone damn sure wired on wherever he's calling. Right? So now the things I do know, when I keep hearing I'm about to get out, I'm finna get out, even though you're getting multiple denials, right? Based upon pending cases and this, that, and other shit are potentially gonna pop up. And the conversation I know you had with victim one, who you in fact are in there for, the depth you went in, the things you said about Big U, who you was, who you are to Big U, on this man's phone to this man. There's no way, bro, that can happen.
Okay.
When we done, I'm gonna let you hear it. It's no way possible. But the call I got a week and a half ago about what motherfucker wanted, why they wanted it, you know, we gonna kick it off a little bit. I get a call from his significant other saying, he said Big U trying to pin a murder on him. I said, what? He said, yeah, he said something about Money Mike. I said, I ain't got nothing to do with Luce Cannon.
Yeah, who's Money Mike?
This dude that got unalive, right? I said, that has nothing to do with Luce Cannon. Why would Big U do that, right? She said, I don't know, but he says you may have access to a video that can help him show it wasn't him, right? I said, I think I know somebody that may have that video. Let me make a call, right? So I make the call. I get the video. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I sent it over to her, right? Because in my head, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Big U finna like pin something on this dude that ain't him. So 2-3 days go by. I ask her, I said, hey, did they try to pin the murder on Luce? And I said, well, how did Big U tell him this? She says, well, they was down there to get their blood drawn and ran into each other. And Big U said, that's why I'm going to put Money Mike's body on you, right? So I'm like, that don't even make sense. So 2-3 days go by, another 2-3 days. I said, yo, did they charge him with it? And she says, no, not yet. And then after that, I started to hear, I'm about to get out. That's where the red flag was waved. I'm like, you about to get out?
So you're suggesting...
Hey, bro, when it comes to the feds, it's only one thing make a move. Bodies.
Right.
Right? It's the only thing make a move.
Well, they pursue other crimes as well.
No.
Not much.
You're talking about, you want to get out shit? It's bodies. So now...
Oh, okay, in that regard, yeah.
Look. That's the video. You can press it if you want to. You'll see what's on it. Yeah, you gonna see it. It's gonna happen.
Looks like a carjacking.
No, bullshit. Pay attention.
A murder.
It's unalive, right?
Yeah. Whoa.
Now this video, this ain't no motherfucking
That was this Mike guy.
Yeah, that's Money Mike that got unalive, right? So this video been floating, right? So nobody in there is loose. So if you look, watch it, I'm gonna show you the word. So if you look at it, you're gonna read it. You'll read why I sent it. Go top on the bottom, I sent it. Right? You see, I'm like, I don't know why Big you were doing like that. Look at what she's telling me. She threw me off when she asked would I testify. Like, hold on, pump the brakes. I wasn't there for that. This video been floating. Shit, it ain't nothing exclusive.
But so you're not saying that Luce Cannon took care of this dude?
No.
You're saying that
Luce had nothing to do with that.
People are trying to put this on him?
No.
Big use specifically?
No, he said that.
Okay.
He had his girl call me a week or something ago and tell me, "Whack, you look at it, you reading the shit."
Yeah, it's a little complicated, but
no, it ain't. Makes no sense. That wasn't nobody from 60s that did that. I hope shit's solid. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. No idea. When he calls, I'll call you back. I said, unless old boy playing dirty, right? She said, who? I said, useless, because she telling me Big, Luce said Big, you say he gonna put that on him, right? You see what she says?
Yeah, she said this just keeps getting worse and worse.
Do you think he's trying to what?
Set up Cannon.
Right? I said, ain't no telling. And then she hits me with that whopper.
If it comes down to it, are you willing to make a statement to vouch for that? I'm going to mention this to the attorney. Or if you can, is there someone else that can? This is just so wild. Whoever did this in the video, did they ever get caught?
Right? I tell her, from what my understanding is, it's an open case, a cold case. Right? So I'm sitting there saying, damn, that's fucked up. Why would dude put that on Luce? Like, now I'm concerned. I'm like, yeah, I went and made a couple calls. I said, yo, you remember that video I was floating around? They like, yeah, I got it. They sent it. I sent it over here to her. So after a couple days, 3-4 days go by, I'm like, yo, did they charge you? The exposures is on the thing, checking the system. Ain't no murder popping up. And then a couple days after that, he starts saying, I'm going to be home soon. So now I'm scratching my head like, well, the judge denied your bond. In the court, they said they're about to bring other charges on top of what's denying your bond. She calls me and tells me, you said Big U trying to put this on you. Do you have that video? Can you get it for him? I get it. You see, she's sending it to the attorney. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, well, did they charge you with it? Did they charge you with it? No. So now only Big U would know if he has said, I'm going to put this case on you, which doesn't make sense. It's going back to the the lying shit that we used to hear, the manipulation, right? So now I gotta ask myself, why else would you want that video to that unsolved case? And then what would motivate you to start saying, although you don't have a court date, that you're about to get out?
So you think he might be working?
No, I'm just saying, it just, when you do the math, 600 is doing his due diligence because, again, I had to call.
Now, as y'all see, Whack 100 and 600 laying the groundwork on some shady shit that look like Luce Cannon is caught up in, right? So the dude go to jail on the LA case, but end up getting pushed down to San Diego. That's suspicious. Then you get out and say Big U is trying to put an unaliving on you. That kind of didn't make sense to niggas. Then you talking about you dealing with this case and you said you gonna get out. But how you so confident you gonna get out? And how you know you gonna get out when your bail had just got denied and they said they was bringing more charges on you, right? And then as we see, after Wax say that on the Wax show, 600 come out with the paperwork. Now, this is what y'all all been waiting for. 600 come out with the paperwork after all this, how Luce Cannon supposedly is released. He's supposed to be released. So check out this video. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Check out this video. While this video is even titled Luce Cannon released from the feds. Check out this video, man.
Oh, same thing, right? So this is the whole PDF file. You scroll down to page 2 and 3. We gotta highlight it. Check it out. California and Assistant U.S. Attorney Kevin J. Butler and Gina A. McCabe and the defendants Eugene Henley, Sylvester Robinson, Mark Martin, Tremaine Ashley Williams, Armani Aflaje, Frederick Blanton, Tiffany Shanikra Hines, each individually as defendants, right? It's on page 2. It's on page 2. I want y'all to really hear this now. This the tricky part. That's page 2. Now let's go to page 3. All defendants are released on bond, except defendant Henley, who is detained pending trial. A protective order is necessary because of government intends to produce to the defense materials regarding confidential informants or cooperating witnesses who participated in the government's investigation who may testify at trial. Drop the mic. So, now, did y'all hear all the defendants, right? All of them, right? It say, let me read it again. Let me read it again, because some of y'all, you got to read. You ever been with a girl and she do it so good, you say, can she do it twice? We're going to read it twice. All defendants are released on bond, except defendant Henley, who is detained pending trial. It say they all out. Luce Cannon say they all out. This is today. A protective order is necessary because the government intends to produce the defense materials regarding confidential informants or cooperating witnesses who participated in the government's investigation and who may testify at trial. So, listen, they all out. Ain't no more, you still in there. It say they all out, bro. Now I looked up Luce Cannon. It say that his release date is unknown. Now I don't know if the federal paperwork is wrong or the online is wrong, because they saying all of them and they listed Ashley Tremaine. Zoom in. I want y'all to zoom in and read that. Defendants, Eugene Henley, Sylvester Robinson, Mark Martin, Tremaine Williams, Ashley Aflaje, Frederick Blanton, Tiffany Wood, each individually defendants. The next page say that they all have been released. They out. Now I looked up Luce. Let's go to the BOP. Let's look. I mean, because I tried to look him up, bro.
Well, goddamn, Luce. He was one of them names. Then they released 6. And it's a protective order on him. Know what I'm saying? Because these 6 defendants may help the prosecution. And Tremaine, that's his name. Tremaine, whatever. Yeah, Tremaine or something. That's Luce's name. And the fact that he's being released now, I don't think 600 is pulling out fake paperwork. You feel me? Because there's nothing you need to lie about. This is something we all could just sit back and watch with our popcorn, right? So, man, it ain't looking good for Luce Cannon, bro. If Luce Cannon is out, it is not looking good for him. He in a gunner situation. You know what I'm saying? It is not looking good. Sweetie! It is not looking good for him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. I thought that Luce Cannon was just off his rocker. And I thought that Brick Baby was working. Right? But it turns out after I see it unfold, Brick Baby, he just off his rocker. He talked too much. His case is separate really from Big U's. He with the rolling 60 things with the guns and stuff, right? Luce Cannon, he listed as the muscle for Big U, right? So that's what the feds like to do. They know the muscle is gonna keep them. They gonna know everything the head boss do, because the head boss use the muscle when it's time to commit them crimes. When it's time to go shake down people, unalive things, you use the muscle. Now we see from the beginning of the video, Luce Cannon seemed like he been working since 2007, right? His case is under adjudication for 18 years. And we know that's impossible because that's not a timely matter. It's something that's held over your head. As long as you keep working, if you start working, this is something that we could charge you with too as well, right? Right? So 18 years, no decision has been made, guilty or not guilty. Yeah, you made a deal, Luce, in 2007. So then we got everything we got now, right? You getting released. You saying on the phone, talking about you getting released right after your bail got denied. How you feel like you getting released? Sweetie! How do you know these things? Right? The only way the feds is gonna release you, we seen with the YSL case. If you cooperating, that's the only way you getting released. Right? So this is just a cold story of how not to move, of what not to do. It's a cold story. They got to make a movie on this one day because it's going to teach you so many lessons. One, it's going to teach you, man, don't trust nobody. Two, it's going to teach you the loudest nigga in the room is the weakest nigga in the room. The most vulnerable nigga in the room is the snitch and the coward in the room. You know what I'm saying? Or just a plain out snitch, or somebody that just chasing clout, that just gonna shit on themselves just for the content. Know what I mean? 3, you got to know when to get out the game. Big U, all the money he had made, all the extortion, the money he was getting from the grid program, he could have took that money and invested in business. But instead of investing in your own businesses, you want to extort other people's business. Whatever business that you want to extort, he got the money to have his own. He extorting dispensaries. He could have opened up his own dispensaries, had our own line. Big U dispensary. He got a name. Everybody would have came to it just because of the name. Oh, this Big U dispensary. Let me see what Big U dispensary talking about. His industry fans, Wiz Khalifa probably would have came through and bought 1 million pounds of trees, right? So knowing when to quit when you ahead, that's a lesson. This whole thing is a lesson about clout, greed, stupidity, loudmouth, crazy folks, man, right? I would never think this many people would be this retarded in unison, retarded all the way to a RICO. Yes, and most of the police information come from them talking, lead them in the right direction, getting witnesses to talk now. So they strongest thing is the witnesses that they got that's gonna tell, because they ain't built to do no time. And then they was able to do all this because all they got to do is listen and piece everything together. From the internet detectives. The internet detectives do help these popos. They do. And you know they do because they even use it and reference it in their paperwork, bro. So yeah, sweetie, I'm home. Look like Sharice Mills' man coming home. Unless 600 just completely fabricated some paperwork. So until then, man, it's your boy, Carter Gang TV. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about Luce Cannon being released from the feds. Until then, man, I'm gone.